Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Venom, The Last Dance. The Last Dance. I don't know if you heard that song, but maybe not. But surprisingly, this is the third one, right? Only a 6.1 on IMDb, 57,209 people rated it so far. Just coming out on streaming this past Tuesday, so I'm getting to it, I think, yeah, Tuesday. And so this one, Eddie Brock and Venom must make a devastating decision as they are pursued by a mysterious military man and alien monsters from Venom's home world. So that's not great. 6.1. Tom Hardy, Chiwetel Ejiofor is in it. I hope I said that right. Juno Temple's in it. Rhys, Ifans. He's good too. I'm sorry I'm messing up all these people, but they're all great. Stephen Graham is good in it, and at least he has a good name I can say and not mess up. Oh, Jared Abrahamson. He's been in a lot of good stuff. I like that guy. But anyway, yeah. So, a lot of good people in it. Low ratings. And I'm sure there's more. But anyway, so enough of looking through all that. You probably already know what it is. 57,000 people already rated this movie. I'm going to rate it. Or at least I'm going to tell you what I think. I'll probably rate it too. I've been finding that a lot of my ratings are like 6. Not good enough to be... Like 7 is like, man, you just did it. 6 is just like, I was entertained. I wasn't on my phone that much. 5 is like, oof, you know, and then it gets lower. You know, I don't try and go too low because I mean people put a lot of effort into these movies, but that's not what you're here for. You're here to find out what I think about this movie. So I love Tom Hardy. I've always liked him. He's a great actor. He's been in a lot of cool roles. The first one of this and him acting in this was great. I loved him as Bane. You know, thinking of like, you know, comic book type stuff. But there's so many other ones out there. But anyway, this is what we're going to be into. Let's see what it's like. 6.1 has my expectations mid to low right now, but I'll let you know what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Venom, The Last Dance, and honestly, I don't think I said this in the beginning, but I thought to myself, I don't know if I'm going to really care for this. Now, like Tom Hardy, I like movies about comic books, superheroes in a sense, right? There's a point to all of this, I apologize. But I went into it thinking that way, and you know, I was like, okay, this is like the third one, and you know, what else can they do? I don't even remember the other two, you know. Yeah, you know, cut to the chase here, long story longer, I enjoyed it. Right? I thought it was good. Like I now, you know, you get back involved with the two characters, you know, and see how they play off of each other. Now how they're kind of best friends and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, and I know the other piece when the opening scene was, you know, the opening scene is our major villain and what's going on. Like, so evidently the father, I'll say, of all these symbiotes or whatever. Is, you know, like there's some good ones, some bad ones, whatever. He's sending them all to get the other ones. You know, there's certain reason they're going after Eddie and Venom. And you could follow that, but I don't want to go down that. But that's what they're doing. And so the beginning of it's kind of like, I don't know, way too otherworldly than I was hoping for. Although, you know, it makes sense. They're aliens and stuff like that. But it was just like, I don't know, I'm not going to like it. But I was like, wow, watch the whole thing, and I'll jump to this point. I actually gave it a 7. I was like, you know what? I think it was 6.1 on IMDb, and I was like, you know, this felt like a 7 to me. I enjoyed it. It went quick. I laughed. I liked the characters. There's not, you know, it's not too in-depth that you can't follow it. Like sometimes they really get crazy. I got it all. It all made sense. And again, Tom Hardy was great. And then I was like, I wonder what I rated the other two. Lo and behold, they were rated 7s as well. So yeah, this was just another fun movie. I like the way that they ended this. It was The Last Dance, and spoiler alert, they play that song, The Last Dance, in this movie. And, you know, so I liked that aspect. One thing I did not like about it, because I turned it on and I was like, okay, this is an hour and 50 minute film. And I was watching as they're coming, you know, what I'm thinking is going to be the end. And I was like, oh, wow. So I look, and it's like, wow, I got like 16 minutes left. I was like, sheesh, okay. No, the movie ends with 16 to 18 minutes left, you know, on the meter. And I was like, oh, post-credit scene. There we go. Post-credit scene was terrible. That's one thing I did not like. But, again, it was fun. You know, it's all like crazy stuff, but as you look back and you think about what they did in the first two and the stuff that you liked in that one, that is in this one. But it's newer. It's different. And, you know, I don't want to ruin anything because a lot of the times I think to myself the things that I like about the film is going into it not knowing what's going to happen or how they're going to make it interesting. And I thought they did a good job. Like, I liked Christmas. I don't know what her name was, but that's what he calls her. She's another character in there. Liked her. But, oh, what was it called? Codex. Real quick side. Codex. So, one of the things that helps the other the other aliens find Venom is they have Codex in them. So Codex is when they both die, or one of them dies or whatever, and they rejoin and come back to life, which happened in the previous one. So hopefully you've seen that before you're watching this review. It's not spoiler, I apologize. But that shines. Codex, for me, was something that you had to install in media players to watch certain types of files. I don't think anybody deals with this anymore, but you would launch an MP4, and it'd be like, you don't have the proper codex. And I was like, wow. You know, like, now you gotta go out and figure out how to get that installed, do all that kind of stuff before the internet and computers are what they are today. So that I know that shows my age. But I found that interesting. Like that they're using that same term here. Not related, but that's what I always thought of when I heard codex. Now, I did feel that some of this other symbiotes should have had the codex at some point. So watch this film and you'll see what I mean, hopefully. But they didn't show any aspect of that. I know I'm talking in riddles, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just make my review awful because I don't know how to dance around it in The Last Dance. For love. Alright, now I made you upset. Alright, hopefully that was helpful. 7 on this one. 3 7s for Venom films. I enjoyed them. Fun to watch. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.